And welcome back to the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships here at Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. I'm Chris On along with Sarah Bernstein, and we are getting ready for the men's recurve semifinal. There's a matchup between Brady Ellison and Collin Klimitchek.
This is definitely an interesting matchup because you have Brady Ellison, who's a two-time Olympian, who is a very seasoned international competitor, and Collin Klimitchek, who is new to the scene but has made quite a splash. It's his, he's new to the senior division, and he's been training out at the Olympic Training Center now, and definitely expecting big things from here. So it's kind of like, a new versus old kind of thing going on. So the two have shot against each other enough times recently that we should expect a good matchup.
Of course, with this being the semifinal, this is for the right to compete in the gold medal match. The loser is not done for the day, though. They will move to the bronze medal match. So both of these competitors are looking at least, or at 2 more matches regardless. So we're waiting for the go-ahead to start the semifinal round. The wind does still seem to be blowing, so we'll see what kind of a factor that plays in this round.
We are definitely growing quite a spectator seating area behind the shooting lines, as many youth archers who, look up to archers who have been in the Olympics, such as Brady Ellison, is definitely like a figurehead out here. Got a lot of fans building up. Collin Klimitchek is rocking the American flag shorts this morning.
I do.
Very patriotic.
Do like those shorts. Those are some of maybe my favorite shorts I've seen out here. Definitely.
I would have to agree with that. Brady Ellison's coach behind him is his stepfather, Mel Nichols. Mel also has a very patriotic scope going on, wrapped with some American flag stickers. There is definitely, an increase in style out here and the customizability of everything, as we talked about before. So I like appreciating that effort.
And there's Collin's shorts we were talking about. Again, very patriotic.
We're seeing smiles from both competitors again, as before the match begins.
Yeah, with the men, it seems like we've seen a little different style, that they're more conversational and smiling pre-match, and then once the match starts, a little more serious and a little less conversation. We'll see if that pattern continues here with our semi-final match as the whistle blows and the archers will approach the line for their first arrows.
And while we hope you don't leave us, but if you tune over to our compound channel, we do have world ranked #1 Erica Jones shooting against Crystal Galvin in the women's compound semifinal.
Collin shoots his first arrow. And there goes Brady's.
And it looks like Brady opened up the match with a solid 10, possibly an X, and also what appears to be a 10 for Collin. Collin follows that up with a 9-8 liner. It's a little bit hard to tell from back here. Another 9 just out of 10 for Ellison.
Both competitors draw back their third arrow.
And it does look like it will come down to this last shot. A 10 for Klimitchek, who shot first, and also a 10 for Ellison. So it does look like this could be a tied set. We will have to wait for official calls on what was a little bit hard to see from back here. Again, these targets are 70 meters away. They're shooting at 122 centimeter face, and without the aiming device, having any magnification for recurve, when they're up there and they're at full draw, sometimes that gold, looks as small as the point on a ballpoint pen. So this is a tough game.
So both competitors with very good first round. We'll see what the scoring comes down to, but very good rounds by both Brady Ellison and Collin Klimitchek. As we wait for the signal, there it is. And the competitors will approach the target to verify the scoring. Klimitchek with also the USA shirt with his name on it, making sure his shirt matches the patriotic theme of those shorts.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to dress for the occasion when you're out at the U.S. Open. No better place to show your, pride of your country.
Absolutely.
When you buy shorts like that, you can wear them on the 4th of July or here, so.
Yep. Those shorts never go out of style in the U.S. So you can wear those year round. I don't think anybody would be mad at you. And it does look like we have a split first round in this set. So it is 1-1.
Very exciting start with great performances from both archers.
Very similar to the quarterfinal we had from the women's prior. We'll start off with a 1-1 tie. Possibly our first step to that one arrow shoot off.
And we'll see Brady's walking back. He's putting a little bit of lubricant on his arrows, so these must be some tough targets. Make it easier to pull them out.
Do also notice that Collin's going with the pink on the back of his arrows.
I like the pink.
I do like that as well. I like it.
The last match on our compound channel, both men were sporting pink fletched arrows. It's becoming quite a popular trend.
So now the competitors will regroup after shooting very well that first round and try to separate themselves here in the second round from each other. And as predicted, much less conversation between the two competitors and more conversation with their coaches.
The wind does seem to be picking up a little bit, so they're going to have to be careful with that heading into the second set. Again, as we saw in our quarterfinal match with Miranda Leak and Ana Maria Rendon, the tied first set meant that you definitely have to have at least 4 sets, so this will not be a short match. We can definitely expect some change-ups. Collin Klimitchek is being coached by Coach Fox, Coach D. He is a well-known coach as well on the circuit.
And there's the whistle for the archers to approach the line as we'll begin the next set. Tied 1-1.
Both archers raise up to shoot. And it looks like Collin opens with a nice 10, probably an X. Same for Brady, so high performance match. The wind does seem to have calmed down a little bit just in time for them to shoot, so Brady has what appears to be a 9. and a 7 for Klimitchek. You know, always unfortunate, but does not determine anything yet. There's still much shooting to go. And that's one of the nice things about recurve is, you know, you can have a bad shot, or, you know, a shot that's not as great, and it doesn't determine anything in terms of ending the competition. Ellison finished with another 10, probably an X, as did Klimitchek, so they both have 2 very close to dead center arrows, and then
so it looks
Ellison's
like that
9 will determine that.
Second arrow might have been enough for Brady to take the advantage and move ahead in this set.
Drinking some water. It's always important to stay hydrated out here at these tournaments. A lot of times, you know, archers get caught up in the competition and forget to drink water, so it's good to see they're staying on top of that.
And very much like the McLaughlin match earlier, this match has drawn quite a decent crowd. Back there cheering both competitors on, very interested, lots of pictures of these two competing against each other at a high level. And there's a signal for the competitors to approach the target to verify the scoring. Klimitchek with a very serious look on his face, probably disappointed in that second arrow. As we wait for official scoring. Our judge Mike Cullenberg's walking down to make sure he's not needed.
We are lucky to have such great judges out here at USA Archery. You know, they really dedicate a lot to this sport, you know, their time and coming out here, and they do build really nice relationships with the archers. We have a lot of, you know, favorite judges that we see from year to year, including we have one judge out here today, Jane Johnson, who says this is her 20th time at US Nationals. So.
And it looks like, as Sarah predicted, Brady Ellison did take that second set, so he'll go up with a 3-1 lead heading to the third set. Klimitchek will have to work this next round to tie it up and get it back to a 3-3. Very similar to what we saw in our women's quarterfinal for recurve. Again, very, very good shooting by both, very accurate shooting. Just a little bit of a slip on that second arrow from Klimitchek. But Brady Ellison did take that 3-1 lead.
Still very early in the game.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, Sarah, we'll definitely have to go at least 4 sets.
Yeah.
So
we're like at most halfway through right now. Anything can still happen.
Klimitchek seems to not let that arrow be bothering him anymore as he gets more conversational walking back to the line.
You know, either the wind got away from him or there was a slight form thing, but with his, you know, skill level and how much he's been practicing, I'm sure he knows what happened, and so he's got his confidence back from that last shot that was, you know, right in the center. He'll be ready for the next set, so.
So we wait for the whistle to start the fourth set. I'm sorry, the third set. See who will move on to the gold medal match for the men's recurve here, and who will move to the bronze medal match. Flags behind the competitors do seem to be blowing a little bit harder now. Giving you an idea of what the competitors are dealing with as far as the wind goes.
You know, spectators and coaches on long days like this, they definitely appreciate the breeze a little bit more than the archers do.
Doesn't take any adjustment to feel the wind, just to shoot in it.
Yep.
And there's a signal, so the archers are approaching the line for the third set.
And they're both ready to go very early. And Klimitchek opens with a solid gold. Hard to tell if it's a 9 or 10. It's very close. Same with Ellison's, but it does look like there's a slight bit more of a gap. It's probably a 9. These two have been neck and neck through the first 2 sets, so a 10 for Ellison and what appears to be a 9 for Klimitchek. It'll come down to arrow calls, but they might be tied right now. Ellison might have a 1-point advantage. A 9 for Ellison, leaving Klimitchek that space if he can shoot a 10 right now. And he shoots a 9. So Ellison will either tie or either take this set or another tie depending on that line call on that arrow.
Both competitors continue to shoot at a very high level, staying right on top of each other, not really giving the other any room to breathe. As we await the signal.
You know, shooting this close, we are still hoping for that 1 arrow shoot off over here.
Been waiting all day for it. Only a couple chances left if this one doesn't make it.
We are coming closer and closer to those gold medal finals.
As we get the signal for the archers to approach the target and verify their scores.
Both archers are very serious. Definitely trying to stay as focused as they can.
Skies have definitely cleared up a lot. Not very many clouds left as opposed to the overcast we had before the rain. So that's a good sign for the rest of the event moving forward and the rest of our day. Looks like the referee's walking down to see if he'll be needed. The judge, I'm sorry.
This wind will also definitely be very interesting to watch as it affects our youth archers shooting later because, you know, as younger archers, they tend to not necessarily pull as much weight on their bows, so the wind is much more of a factor for them.
So it looks like the competitors did in fact tie that set, bringing it to a 4-2 score. Brady Ellison with the lead over Collin Klimitchek. So Brady will just have to win the next set to move on to the gold medal. Collin's going to have to hope to win it to even it out or to split again to gain 1 more point.
If they do tie this next set, it will still need another set to determine a winner. So he's got to hope to be at least as good as Ellison in the next set. You know, and this is where having that more years of experience in international competition definitely comes in handy with controlling the nerves and the mental game right now.
compound channel after 3 rounds. That semifinal was
All tied up.
87-87, so they have a good match going on over there as well. Very similar to us with our semifinal. Olympian Brady Ellison with a 4-2 lead over Collin Klimitchek.
And again, over on our compound semifinal, Erica Jones again is, world ranked #1 right now, and Crystal Galvin has not been on the international scene for as many years, but she has definitely made quite a splash with the indoor season recently, and is becoming quite a, figure to watch as well. Definitely another exciting match.
And this crowd continues to grow. Watching both of these matches, the one on our compound channel and ours here on the recurve station. The men's semifinal leading up to our gold medal match. Lots of pictures still being taken. So the wind picking up again. It does seem to be blowing a little bit harder between sets.
That's always lucky, sometimes you get up to the line and you just hope the wind dies right down, and it's been doing that, so.
Okay, and there's a signal for the archers to approach the line. Get ready for this 4th set.
Brady opens with a solid 10. Collin with a 9.
Again, Brady Ellison trying to close it out here in this set.
Brady with a 9-8 liner, most likely a 9, I believe. And that's a 10 for Klimitchek, so it does look like it will come down to this last arrow.
Again, very important, because if they split again, Brady only needs a split in the next set to advance.
He does need 2 more points to take this match, so it would be either this set or the 2 splits, but Klimitchek shot an 8, which is definitely going to leave a nice space for Brady to clinch the win, but this wind is definitely picking up a lot. I think that probably carried Collin's last arrow.
Ellison is taking a breather, trying to
Waiting
let the wind go.
Bit.
Yeah.
And he finishes with what looks like a 10. But neither archer will retire after this. The audience is clapping, which looks like the match has been decided.
And competitors have shaken hands, so it does look like Brady Ellison will move on to the final for the recurve.
To the gold match final.
The gold match, and Collin Klimitchek will go to the bronze match. As they approach the target, we'll let them make that official, but again, they did shake hands.
Really spectacular shooting in this match, handling this wind.
Yeah, it really came down to 2 arrows for Klimitchek, the second one of the second set and the second one of the 4th set.
Yeah.
Besides that, both competitors shooting very well, lots of 10s.
That's when, you get to this level and it's like, just, it can be that one arrow that decides it. It's, everyone is obviously going to shoot great shots, and it's who doesn't have those few that go out that's going to advance. There's a lot of youth archers walking through in the back, getting here in time for the afternoon session. Definitely stopping by to check out the great competition going on right now.
As the archers are pulling their arrows and adding up their final scores to make it official. Seems to be some discussion.
Not sure what's going down at the target right now.
Theirs is just signal.
And Brady Ellison is definitely going to the gold.
He will advance 6-2 over Collin Klimitchek, who will head to the bronze. And both competitors still alive for a medal. Brady Ellison is now guaranteed a medal. Whether it will be gold or silver, we'll have to find out. Competitors have collected their arrows and now heading back. So very good match, very competitive match. A lot of very accurate shooting.
There is still one final set for the compound semifinal. Exciting match to be determined if you want to check out our other channel real fast.
And so the competitors shake hands with their coaches from Team USA out there to congratulate both competitors. Again, very well fought match, very good shooting.
Probably some of the strongest shooting we've seen.
Absolutely.
All day.
I would say more 10s in those 4 sets than in any of the others. And the first time we've had 2 sets tied in the same match.
Yeah.
So again, very evenly. It really just came down to the 2 arrows, and whether the wind played a factor in those 2 arrows or not is unknown. But the wind was tricky during that match, coming and going. But both competitors did very well.
There is definitely some intimidation in going up against Brady Ellison, you know, 2-time Olympian who has had such a presence out here for so many years, both as a compound and recurve shooter. So very impressive performance by Collin, who is still so young.
And still alive today. He'll still have his chance at the at the bronze medal to make a splash and to take home that medal. So we just completed the men's semifinal. We'll go to break. We'll be right back with you shortly from the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championship. And we're back here to the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships from Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. I am Chris Allen. We are here with 2-time Olympian Brady Ellison, who just won his recurve men's semifinal match 6-2 over Collin Klimitchek. Brady, congratulations on the victory. There was some good shooting going on by both of you out there.
Yeah, both of us are shooting really good today, and actually since the quarterfinals, the top 8 men have been just laying down some scores, so knew it was going to be a tough match, and Collin's been shooting good and just was able to come over here, and he had a couple of get away from me, and then I held it, and I was able to capitalize on that and go ahead and pick up a couple points when he did.
So how much of a factor do you think your experience was, you being on the scene for a little while and Collin still fairly new?
I think in a match like this, not too much. He's been the World Cups. He shot in a lot of matches. Really, the only thing is, you know, mentally I've been here more than he has, and I've won this tournament several times. So it's probably about the only experience thing I have over him for this match.
Okay, there was some discussion down at the target at the end before the judge officially gave the signal. What was that? What was going on with that?
Oh, we were just talking. We accidentally made a mistake on our scorecard, so we were just fixing that.
Okay, good. Well, Brady, you'll move on to the gold medal match, and regardless, you're going home with a medal. And I know gold is obviously everybody's ultimate peak out here, and you're heading there. So congratulations. Good luck on the next match.
Thank you. Really appreciate it, guys.